Hi guys, Steph here. Right, what have we got for you today? An absolutely gorgeous pen, a lovely, handsome fountain pen. Can you tell what it is? Well, for some people that have actually watched my videos, you would have seen this one appear very briefly in my recent pen haul. What we've got for you here today is the Swan SF E444 Eternal fountain pen made by Swan Mabie Todd and Company. Now, an absolutely superb pen. This pen I am dating around about the 1920s. Now, at that particular period, the 1920s, Bayek, if you had a pen like this, then you are making some statement. What an absolutely handsome, gorgeous pen. Now, the Swan Eternal pens, they were made in the US and they were also made in the UK. Now, the US models, I believe, just simply had a 2-digit number or model number, i.e. This one would have been the E444. But the British made ones were, well, they had the 3-digit, i.e. this one being the E444. Now, the Swan Eternal pens, they came in different sorts of configurations, different trim, different colours. Some of them I've seen, well, obviously you get the classic black colours. I've seen this sort of the jade green colours. I've seen other colours. I've seen them in different trim, etc. This one, as you can see, comes in this red hard rubber. Also, I believe that this colour may be called the coral red. I believe it to be a very sought after, unusual colour. You can get a lot of blacks, a lot of other colours. I believe the coral red or this red hard rubber are quite a sought after colour. Now, the size of this pen from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, 140mm capped. Around the barrel here, around about 12mm in diameter. You'll notice the barrel sort of has a sort of bulge, if you like, in the middle. It sort of bulges out in the design. But as I say, a lovely 12mm in diameter. Not a small pen by any means. I would term this as being an oversized pen. It comes with gold-filled trim. You can see we've got this sort of quite long gold-filled lever to the pen. Now, if we show you to the bottom and also to the top there, you see it has quite a large band to the bottom of the cap there. Now, these bands, they're what we term as a stacked coin band. Reason being, as you can see there, well, it does what it says on the tin. They look like stacked coins. To the very top there, we've got a slightly narrower band to the very top there. And in between, you can see this very recognisable swan clip. Now, if we show you to the top of the clip there, to the flat section, I forgot what it actually reads. Oh yes, it has patent January the 10th, 1915. So all in all, a very handsome pen. To the very top of the pen, you can see there, we've got this recognisable inlaid white swan. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, some of you people that know the Eternal pens, some of the pens have the word Eternal written on the barrel. This one doesn't. Some of them have a model number to the end of the barrel. This one doesn't. What it has is, first of all, if you see to the cap there, it's got Swan SF E444, which we've highlighted for you. Absolutely lovely. And again, dating the pen around about 1920s, in absolutely superb condition for a pen that is nearly 100 years old. Let's take you, show you the barrel imprint. We've not highlighted it because again I don't think it needs, well, the cap didn't, I just thought it'd be a good idea to highlight it. But you can see the imprint there. It's got this Swan logo to the left, and it reads then Swan Self Filler, Mabie Todd and Company Limited, and then to the very bottom there, made in England. So you can see it's got a lovely, nice, clear imprint. All in all, gorgeous, gorgeous pen in my opinion. Very handsome pen indeed. Now, the Eternals, if we actually unscrew the cap for you like so, let's give you the customary twirl of the pen, show you all the different angles. This one came, it wasn't in bad condition, it was just a little bit dull. We've put a new sack in it, we've given it a little bit of a polish, and what we've also done for you people that watch my videos, you would have seen that this particular one had a cracked section. I was very lucky at the recent London Pen Show. Go and have a look at the video if you've not seen it. I was very lucky to be able to find a section for this pen at the London Pen Show. So if we show you that there, you can see there's no cracks or anything on this section. Now let's take you up to the very desirable nib. This nib reads, let's keep it nice and still for you, it reads Swan Eternal, and it's got the number 4, 14 carat, then Mabie Todd and Company without the limited, and then made in USA to the bottom. You may not see that bit, it may be in the section itself, but a very large number 4 Eternal nib. Now for you people that don't know, the nice thing about these Eternal nibs is that I believe they're actually a lot thicker and they weigh quite a little bit more than the standard Swan nibs. They are very large nibs in their own right, but I do believe they're a lot thicker than most Swan nibs. Let's show you a sideways view like so. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's show you the feed underneath there. You can see the feed is a, well, very recognisable Swan Eternal feed. You notice there that unfortunately one of the fins is missing, but I do not believe it actually affects the writing of the pen. All in all, absolutely superb. Now, some of you may ask, well, why is it a British made pen with a Eternal made in USA nib? The reason being that sort of after 1906, when sort of Mabie Todd and Bard, they discarded the Bard in the name, and they then became Mabie Todd and Company in New York. And then 1907 they began production of these pens. Well, I mean, they were actually exported from the USA into Britain, but around about 1907 the British production began using imported nibs from New York. And then I believe around about 1920s, 1930s, Mabie Todd and Company Limited then began manufacturing, well, not only their own pens but also their own nibs. So to see a British made Eternal pen with a USA nib is not at all unusual, because this nib would have been imported from New York. So in my opinion, the correct nib for this correct pen. Either way, gorgeous, gorgeous nib. The pen, even with my large hands, suits me lovely, lovely, comfortable pen to hold. Yes, I know, I've put a new sack in it. I can hear you people shouting already. Can we see it right? Sure, why not? So, let's bring on some ink. Let's pop the super large nib in the ink and let's pull on the lever. I'm looking over the camera. We can see lots of bubbling going on, which is precisely what we like to see. Okay, let's put the cap back on, says he. Okay, let's bring on some paper. Got a little bit of ink on my fingers, but it doesn't matter. Let's see how the pen writes. Once again, for you people that don't know, the Swan Eternal nibs are not renowned for having any flex. Although saying that, I do believe occasionally you will find an Eternal nib that maybe has some flexible nib, has some flex to it. Now, because of this, the large size, the thickness and the weight of the gold, they tend to be quite a hard nib to write with. So we don't expect any flex from this pen. Let's see how it writes though. So what we have is a swan, and as it says on the tin, the SF E444. Again, dating the pen 1920s. Writing as expected with a hard fine line, but writing quite nicely. Maybe just slightly on the dry side, but this is the first time the pen has actually been inked since I put a new sack in it, so maybe that can be sort of forgiven with. It's a self-filler pen, and as we said, made in England. As we can see there, the ink looks to be flowing a lot better now, so we're getting a better line. But all in all, a nice writer. As expected, writing without any flex. They are quite a hard nib. Writing, I would say, nice and simply with a fine line. But all in all, very nice pen. Let's pop that to one side. Let's pop the cap back on. Push it all the way in. Give it a screw. Incidentally, these pens, I believe they made them, as in this particular version, in a long version, and I believe they also made them in a small pocket version. I believe also this one, being the 444, is pretty well a middle of the range. I believe they made a 46 and a 48, which is the largest Eternal pen in the range. But either way, excuse me, this one being this gorgeous cardinal red, or this red hard rubber, an absolutely gorgeous and a very handsome pen. And as you can see by the imprint, an absolutely superb condition for a pen from the 1920s. As we said, repeating it, nearly 100 years old. Wow, were you a lucky person if you could actually afford one of these pens in that particular period. Superb, superb pen. Unfortunately, I did want to keep this pen in my collection. It's such a handsome pen. Unfortunately, I'm looking to update my camera. I need to find some finances to buy maybe a second hand or maybe a new camera. So unfortunately, I'm going to be trying to find a new home for this beautiful, beautiful pen. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I've enjoyed showing it to you people. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't be shy. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe either. Subscribe now. But for now, from me and this gorgeous, handsome pen, I'll just say bye-bye for now.